So welcome friends to the um, course of problem solving and programming. So this course is covering the concepts called as CSC 1001, that is problem solving and programming. This course is basically designed for the first year students of VIT, Vellore Institute of Technology. So since they are learning the classes from the online, I'm going to record parallelly, so they can get more information out of the concepts. So from the concepts, so fine. So this class is mainly discussing about three concepts called as algorithm, and next one flowchart, next one is pseudocode. What is algorithm and what is flowchart, what is pseudocode? So I'm going to explain some the examples like 1, 4 and 7 for this lecture, and remaining things you people should do an assignment. So fine. So first of all, I would like to define you what is algorithm. So an algorithm is a step-by-step procedure. So suppose we have already seen the different types of steps for the problem solving, like define a problem. So identify a suitable solution, identify a problem, define a problem, then identify the requirements. So propose a solution, check whether the solution is giving proper answer or not. So what could be the inputs and what could be the outputs? Everything should be analyzed. That we had seen 7 steps. However, I'm going to explain how that problem can be, how the solution can be represented in form of steps. So is called as algorithm. That means a step by step procedure which describes a solution to the problem. Because a problem can be having n number of solutions, it is describing only one solution, is called an algorithm. So which is called as an algorithm. So fine. Now then what is the difference between algorithm and flowchart? So then next one is this algorithm. Next step of the algorithm is, so just I'm going to make it as a pseudocode. Yeah. Converting the algorithm to the that means to the programmable steps, because I can write it as a programmable steps, because algorithm will be in high level language. So that means in our natural English language. So we are going to convert it into little low level, that means system understandable. So it can be directly converted to program like that. So now flowchart is the next one. What is flowchart? Flowchart is nothing but so a graphical representation of an algorithm. Or pseudocode. Sorry. Is called as flowchart. Now, so take the first problem. What is the first problem? So input the length L and breadth B. Calculate the output of area of rectangle. So problem 1. So input length L and breadth B. So calculate the area of a rectangle. Yeah. So first of all, algorithm is nothing but step-by-step procedure. So what I want, so step 1. Start the problem. Start. Okay. So fine. Step 2. Step 2 is read L and B. That means I am going to read the value of L and B. Step 3. Step 3, what I had to do. So I'm going to I'm going to perform the area. So area is equivalent to, yeah, fine. Area is equivalent to L into B. That means I need to know the formula of how to find the rectangle area. Area equal to L into B. Step 4. Okay. So step 4. Write area. Step 5. Stop or end the process. Stop the process. So this is algorithm. How I'll write the pseudocode for this? You can see the pseudocode. So my pseudocode in the sense, okay, my program will be starting as algorithm to find name of the algorithm, that is rectangle area. Okay, this is the first step. Yeah, second step. So I have to take L and B. So input L comma B. I got two values, input L comma B. Third step, I'm going to find the area. So area will be stored as L into B. And fourth step, so print area. Fifth step, end. Just I have converted into little programmable steps. So input, that means assignment operator here is equal to, here it is arrow, so reverse arrow and all those things, fine. So that means L into B will be stored into area, it indicates. So fine. Now how flowchart? First of all, before knowing the flowchart, what are the different types of symbols that are there in the flowchart, we should know. So the first symbol will be start symbol. To start the process. The next symbol, we have to take the input. So to take the input, there is a parallelogram, so which will take the input or which will give us output. Then we have another symbol called as process. For this program, what I wanted to process. This is rectangle. Yeah. And third one is end, terminal symbol. These are different types of symbols. And fifth one is connector. For this program, I need these type of symbols. Now how this problem has been can be pictorially represented. So now I'm going to represent it is a start. Yeah, fine. Then I'm going to take input. Yeah. So read L comma B. Next I'm going to process. Area will be L into B. Next one, print area, because it's output, so it is also parallelogram. And last step will be end. So each will be connected like this. Yeah, fine. This is a simple algorithm flowchart and pseudocode for the problem called as input length L. So what are the different types of symbols length? So one is a start symbol, input output symbol, process symbol and terminal symbol. So we are going to learn. So these are along with them there are many symbols. So this parallelogram, input or output. Suppose if you are taking any paper document, then it is, this is the symbol, page symbol. And next, online display. Suppose if you are displaying any information on online, this is the symbol. And online input, suppose if you are taking any input from the online, then it will be the symbol. Punched card. So I didn't use this one properly. Anyways, I'll explain during pages. This process, as I already told, that this is terminal, which is already explained. So then manual operation, if it is there, then this is the symbol. Magnetic tape, suppose if you are reading information from the magnetic tape, then this is the symbol. So then suppose if you are taking database information, this is the symbol. Then lines. And suppose if you are doing any telecommunications, then this is the symbol. If you are looping statements can be looping, not predefined process can be represented in form of this symbol. That means any sub program, if you want to call, then decision can be taken by using the rhombus. So these are the different types of symbols that you have to remember. So now whenever the requirement is there, we have to use them. So in this program, what we have used parallelogram, and we have used process, we have used terminal, and similarly we have used flow lines. So these are the different types of symbols we have used. So similarly, whenever the requirement is there, we can use the remaining symbols. Take the third, as I told that, I will explain the fourth one. 4, 5, 7 also I'll explain. So fourth one. So before explaining the fourth one, I'm going to represent the same flowchart using one tool called as yEd tool. So this is a downloadable tool. So you can download it freely. You need not pay anything. So I'll share the link in the YouTube link. You can download it and you can use it for your experimentation. So fine. Now I'm starting the new document. So yeah, new. So this is the page. So whenever it is open, so then there is a link called as flowchart at this place. Yeah, you can see. So and in this flowchart we have different symbols. Yeah, in this flowchart, if you see, there are different types of symbols available. So what are the symbols? Start, start to, that means connector. So fine, this is a terminator, and process, predefined process, decision, begin loop. Suppose if any loop is there, and end loop, this loop will end. So begin loop and end loop will be there, and document, and data, and direct access data, stored data, and this is sequential data, database, internal storage, manual input, card, that is card data, and this is a yeah, fine. So why it is not showing that? Anyways, first I'll start with the start symbol. Yeah, this start symbol I'm going to keep it a little bigger. Yeah, this is start symbol, and similarly I'm going to keep an input. So I'm going to take an input. So this is the input line, and I'm having process one, process, the third step is process. So this is the process, that is area equal to L into B, and fourth step will be again printing the input output, that is printing the area. So this will be the fourth step, and fifth step will be terminator. So this will be the stop terminator. So this is my program. Now connectors can be directly given. Just you have to just keep it here. Click your left mouse button and drag it. Automatically the connector will come out. If you hold the shift button, the connector will come properly. Sorry, I'll make it a proper diagram. One second, connector is not proper. One second, I'll keep it properly. Yeah. So now this is the connector. Likewise, so drag and hold the mouse. See, I'm doing hold the mouse, hold the shift key, drag and click double click time. Sorry, not double click, just single click. Release it here. Yeah. Similarly, hold the mouse, drag, release. And similarly, hold the mouse, drag, release at the arrow. So these are the symbol. Now click on everything, right click, edit label, or you can use the shift key also. Start. Or you can change the font also if you want. Edit font is there. Edit label is there. Properties. Yeah, font size is 12 here. I can make it as 24. Apply. Okay. So this is the font. 24 is the font. If you want to increase, you can increase little more also. Edit properties. My font size I'm making it as 30. So see, this is the start symbol. And similarly, everything I'm going to click F2 directly. So start. Here I'm going to read L, B. So just I'm going to keep everything is properties. Font making it 30. So this one also edit. Sorry. Properties. This one also 30. So F6 is the shortcut key for properties. Label. So then I can make it as 30. Then F6 label data. So it is 30. Yeah. So F2 is the shortcut key for editing the data. So area equal to L into B. So now F2 print area. Now stop. Simple flowchart diagram. So now what can I do with this diagram? I can print this diagram. So if I wanted to print this diagram, you can go to file. You can save that document also if you want. So I'm going to save it in fall semester CSC 1001 and materials. So date is 07/10/2020 of problem 1 flowchart. And also I can export this file. So export this one too. So what is the problem 1 flowchart? PNG. Fine. So I'm going to save it. So now I'm going to open that folder. So E drive, fall semester, CSC 1001, materials 710, and this is my flowchart drawn. Hope I'm clear with this one. So I'm going to do the remaining things very fast because you people understand what is that first problem. So now the second one. So enter 20 marks and print their average. Yeah. So fine. So what I can do, enter 20 marks and print their average. Yeah. So what I can do, so here first of all I have to see my requirements. So 20, that means mark should be 20. So count will be 20. Yeah. So I have to read the mark. Okay, marks read and take some variable. Some value should be 0. After reading the 20 values, I have to take the average. Average should be sum by 20. So every time I have to decrement the count variable so that whenever the count value becomes 0, I'll stop the process. So fine, this is I know, this one I know. So fine. Then yeah, step 1 algorithm I'm writing. Step 1 start. Step 2 initialize count equal to 20 and sum equal to 0. Fine. Step 3 read mark. Step 4 add it to, that means add it to sum. Step 5 decrement count. If 0, if count equal to 0, then go to step 6. Otherwise, if count is not equal to 0, then go to step 3. Else go to step 6. Otherwise, continue. Else continue. Okay. Else continue. Fine. Now, step 6 calculate average equal to sum by 20. Step 7 print average. Step 8 stop the process. Yeah. So I'm reading the first mark. So 20 marks, likewise count value is 20. First mark I'm reading. So decrementing the count value will be 19. Initially 20, next it will be 19. So next it will be 17, 18. Next it will be 17, 16 and 14, 5, 3, 2, 1. Likewise 20 to 1 it will be decremented. Whenever it is 0, so count not equal to 0, I'll go to read mark, add to sum. Read mark, add it to my. So 20 marks will be added to the sum variable. So finally, whenever count value is 0, I'm going to continue. Continue in the sense I'm coming to here. So it will be average value will be equal to sum by 20. So because average equal to sum value, sum of all the marks divided by total count, that is 20. So I'm going to make it as a pseudocode. Yeah. So pseudocode, what I can do? Algorithm average mark. Let us assume that this is my algorithm name 2. So count value 20 and sum value 0. Third step input mark. Fourth step sum equal to sum plus, because I am adding it to sum, mark. Fifth step if count not equal to 0, then sixth step go to step 3. Otherwise, go to up. So this is up. Here I am going. So input mark sum equal to sum. So next end if. Yeah. 8th step. So if count is not equal to 0, count equal to 0 means it will come out of that end if. So the next step will be automatically, it will be continued. So the next step will be 8th step equal to, so average equal to sum divided by 20. 9th step will be print average. 10th step will be, what is the 10th step? End. Algorithm end. Fine. So now I have introduced one condition called as if count equal to 0. That means the same thing algorithm in I can write it in the form of pseudocode. So fine. Now I'm going to draw the flowchart for this. Yeah. Flowchart will be start. Then I'm going to initialize the sum and count. For initialization, it is a process only. Count equal to 0. Sorry, count equal to 20. Sum equal to 0. The next step, I had to input the mark. Yeah. Next step is process. I am going to add it to the sum. Yeah. Sum plus mark. The next step, I am going to check the condition. Condition can be checked by using a diamond box or a rhombus. Rhombus will be used to check a condition. If, otherwise is, I can say it as is count not equal to 0. If count is not equal to 0, then rhombus will be having two options. One is true and second one is false case. If count is not equal to 0, then I am going to input the mark again. Yeah, I am going to input the mark again. Otherwise, what I am going to do, just calculate the average. So calculation of average will be a rectangle. Average will be sum by 20. And next step will be print average. Last step will be stop. Connectors are very important in the flowchart. So one new news of symbol had come, that is rectangle for decision making. Yeah, I'm keeping this one also in the flowcharts format. You can see Control N. So this is a new flowchart. So now yeah, I'm going to keep the first symbol. Yeah, this is start symbol, and I'm going to keep the input. That means I wanted to initialize count and sum. The next step, I'm going to perform the yeah, next I'm going to read the mark value. Yeah, fine. Next I'm going to perform then mark value, then I'm going to add the mark to sum. So it will be again rectangle. The next one will be so again I'm going to check the decrement the count. So here I forgot one step, important step. Count should be count minus 1, otherwise you cannot. So count should be count minus 1, otherwise it won't become 0. Then it will go to the infinite loop. So count value will be always 20 if you don't decrement. So here also sum equal to sum plus mark, count equal to count minus 1. Yeah, so 2 important steps I can do in this only. Fine. Fine. The next step will be, so I'm going to check the count value, whether it is so this is a rhombus used to make a decision. So it will be having now 2 lines, so it can be have more than 2 lines also. Fine. So the next step will be, I'm going to calculate the average. Yeah, the next step will be print the average. Print the average can be done by using parallelogram. Yeah, this one also can be done. Yeah, fine. And last step will be terminal symbol. Stop. Fine. So this is my new flowchart. Yeah. So fine. I'm going to draw the symbols also. You can see just this one will be arrow and this one will be having arrow. And this one will be connected to this one and this one will be connected to this. Fine. And this one will be connected to, again mark the input. So fine. Now this one will be connected to this one. Fine. So these are the arrows. Now I'm writing F2. So start the process. Then next F2 count equal to 0 and sum equal to, sorry, count equal to 20 and sum equal to 0. Yeah. The next step, so what I had to do here, I had to read the mark. F2 read mark. Fine. The next step will be sum equal to, yeah, sum equal to sum plus mark. Yeah, and it is taking only one step at a time. Yeah, and count equal to count minus 1. So fine, this is the step. And next one is count not equal to 20 question mark. So this is the next question, is count not equal to 20. If it is true, then it will go to the true case. Yeah, this is true. And similarly, if it is false, it will go to the false case. Fine. Now the next step, what it will be, so now then I'm going to find the, whenever it is some count value is 0, then it will come to the next case. So then I'm going to calculate average is equivalent to sum by 20. Fine. Now the next step will be print average. So F2 is the shortcut to edit the component automatically. So stop the process. You can draw the symbols to nearest. so that it will be very near. So it is a problem 2 underscore flowchart. So I'm going to export the same thing. So export the flowchart also. So now the flowchart will be this one. Hope I'm clear with the flowchart drawing as well as algorithm and representation. So I'm going to edit, give this material in the document, and I'll share it. So I request you to draw. I request you to draw the write the flowchart. Write the algorithm and draw the flowchart for the remaining problems. So 1 and 4 I have explained. So 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 you have to do by tomorrow's class. So thank you friends. Hope this lecture has given the clear explanation on the algorithm, flowchart and pseudocode. So thank you for watching my videos.